What's up, guys? You're listening to Couch Co-op. I'm one of your hosts, Sean Pitts. I'm here with a good friend of mine, Jack, and...
A good friend?
Yeah, a good friend.
Oh.
You've been downgraded after Comic-Con.
What happened?
You didn't come to all 3 days of Comic-Con, bitch. And another very good friend of mine, James Petrozo. Say hi, James.
Hey, what's up, guys? How you doing?
Cool. So, what do you want to talk about first, Jack? A lot of stuff happened. We went to Comic-Con.
Comic-Con was our most recent community event, and I thought that was really cool.
It's pretty good.
It's cool to have all of our nerd cultures clashing. You had the video game people there, you had the comic people there.
Nerds. Sorry, I'm just kidding.
Your movie and anime buffs and stuff like that. Everyone's there in force, and it's very nice to feel that kind of support.
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
And I saw some cool stuff. Went to some
saw
cool
a lot
panels.
of Doctor Who people, which is awesome. Keep doing that.
Got to meet the GTA voice actors.
We did get to meet everybody from Grand Theft Auto, all the main
terrifyingly like their characters in the game, except without all the murders, I assume.
I think Franklin might have killed people.
Well,
Franklin's my
Franklin,
dude.
yeah.
Franklin is my dude. I fucking love that guy. He's the man.
But...
No, he's the man. No butt there.
No, alright.
No butt there. He's the man. I talk to him on Twitter now.
That's cool.
Yeah, he's fucking so cool. Anyway, all those characters, very cool. Got to hang out with great Greg Miller. Also, love Greg Miller. He's the man. He always gives people nicknames. That's his nickname. The great Greg Miller.
That's hard to. It's what I believe they call it yeah. See, I
you
can't
even talk, so you lose that.
Alliteration.
Shut up.
Troza got to get some comics and get some cool artwork.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always go for artwork at those conventions because it's the only place you'll find it.
Yeah. Do you sell that stuff, or is it collect?
It's collectible.
Collect everything?
It's definitely collectible to me.
Okay,
I met Stan Lee when you weren't there, by the way, Trozy, on Sunday.
Did you actually, or are you just trying to make Trozy upset?
No, for free. I met Stan Lee. I saw him on the convention floor.
That's so cool.
Yeah, yep. It was pretty cool.
I love when that happened a few years ago. It was awesome.
Yep, but
got my autograph. I'm all set now.
All right, guys, you're gonna have to just realize that one thing. I play video games while we do these podcasts because it keeps me talking, and you will occasionally hear that my buttons clicking and my sticks going full swing. So I apologize.
If you guys listened to the very end of our last podcast, we included a sound test where I made Sean test out.
Whack my sticks as hard as I could.
Smack your sticks around, I believe was the exact. Anyway, yeah. So if you hear that, it's not a weird, like a fan, or it's just Sean smashing X to try and run faster. So that he doesn't get hit by cars or anything like that.
So I apologize for that. I'm seeing a good friend of mine, David, about sound stuff because he's good at that, and
we're learning. We're learning.
We're trying. So anyway, big news this week. You want to go straight into the big discussion?
I mean, why not? Let's go for it.
So Watch Dogs was delayed, and what was the other game? The Crew.
The Crew. People don't really care as much about The Crew, unfortunately.
But Watch Dogs was delayed.
Now, talk me down off the ledge, Sean, because I'm very upset about this.
It's the best move that it could happen. This is by far, Watch Dogs. Let's just look at it this way. If Watch Dogs was to be made, it would be gold next week.
Yeah.
So Watch Dogs would have to be done right now.
Yeah.
And it isn't a minor tweak, something's wrong, or...
That it's getting pushed about 6 months.
Yeah, it's about 6 months. You're looking at, earliest it could be is April 1st. And
more realistically, though, when they say it'll be released in this quarter, they mean the end of that quarter.
Yeah, so it could be released as late as June. June.
Almost more realistically, that is the more likely scenario.
And it's the fucking best thing that Watch Dogs could do, because no one gives a shit about Watch Dogs right now. And I'm about the biggest advocate of that game.
I think it's too far. I think I would rather, maybe a 3-month into just the first quarter of next year, something like that. And I understand. I get that it's better. People aren't as interested in Watch Dogs right now. Obviously, there's something for them that they have to work on. And what else it comes down to is it's a great decision for Ubisoft, because Ubisoft would have been launching in the next systems. Yeah, 2 basically competing titles. Like there are a lot of. I would have bought both happily. Bought both games.
Yeah.
But what it comes down to is that there are a lot of people out there who are not going to buy both games. So they're splitting their audience. And especially if you enjoy Ubisoft games, which a lot of people do, you're going to want both. But you maybe only get one, dude.
If they were like The Division is going to be pushed back till 2017, that would fucking ruin.
I wouldn't be here.
Because you would have killed yourself.
Yeah.
Or frozen yourself.
Yeah, I would have that's if I could figure out a way logistically to freeze myself until 2017, whenever it comes out. I would do that.
But you look at it like this, and I'm going to be loosely... Because we did get to talk to Greg Miller this weekend, and he had... This was before the delay, but he kind of predicted it. So if you guys do listen to Beyond, there are going to be some similarities here. Because I am quoting Greg Miller when he said... He brought up an excellent point. No one's fucking played this game.
Yeah, everyone who's played it played the same vertical slice.
Yeah, and it's a month away. That game's done. That game's done, but no one can play it. That game's not done. Even at Comic-Con, I don't believe it was playable.
No, it was not hands-on. At least to the public, it wasn't.
Yeah, it might have been hands-on, but even then, Greg said it wasn't. So you're looking at...
If it was the same vertical slice that was available at all the other ones.
Yeah, so they just released a 15-minute gameplay trailer a couple of months ago, but that's still going to be, a vertical slice.
Yeah, all right. So, I forget where I saw this, but someone on the internet, so I'm sorry if I'm not crediting you, said something along the lines of, it was either going to be delayed or disappointing.
Of course, and you always would rather a delay.
Yeah.
And the other thing, there's a couple of other things about that. Have we seen this game run on current-gen systems?
No, that was my concern from the beginning. These, both Assassin's Creed and Watch Dogs are being debuted along with basically almost the exact same time as consoles. New consoles. So they're going to run very well, and they're probably going to look great.
No. I don't know if they're going to run very well, but they're going to look great.
Well, whatever. They're gonna be probably designed with those new consoles in mind.
I just thought of something. Sorry, continue.
So, you never know how that's going to work on the current gen, or I guess in a month we'll be calling it the last generation of...
yeah, it's a month away.
Yeah.
Crazy.
A month away from saying last gen.
But,
and meaning Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3. It's crazy.
The big thing is, we haven't seen that game play, and you know what, to be honest, I don't give a shit about Watch Dogs right now, because I'm playing Grand Theft Auto. And I think that because of GTA, because of what GTA is doing, obviously no one's ever seen a game like this before. It sold $1 billion worth of 3 days. That's incredible. And we've never seen anything like that before. So everybody's fucking playing Grand Theft Auto. That's going to take the steam right out of Watch Dogs.
Yeah.
I don't even want to play Watch Dogs because I'm like, shit, I'm so fatigued of open world games. I just want to anything open world. I saw my coworker playing Minecraft today and I got nauseous. I'm just I'm just running around doing nothing in Grand Theft Auto. Literally, I'm just running around doing nothing, and I'm okay with that. I don't want to explore anymore. I've done too much exploring.
We were actually just talking about it a second ago before we started recording. I don't want to play Grand Theft Auto single player. I am just not interested in playing Grand Theft Auto single player anymore. I beat the story, not a collectibles guy, just not feeling it. Yeah. And now that I've played Grand Theft Auto Online, I've gotten to a decent level. I'm in the high 20s. I've got money, I've got cars, I've got an apartment. I'm not really interested in that either, to be perfectly honest. I don't really feel like playing that anymore.
And the thing is I'm just so fatigued of open world games.
Yeah, so if I'm not playing with my friends, you know what I'm playing right now? More than anything else?
Terraria?
No. Civilization 5.
Shocker. That's a Jack Rooney throwback.
Yeah. To a year ago.
That's not even a throwback. That's like comfort food for you.
Yeah. So, yeah. I appreciate your support, Josie.
It's a good choice. I like the game.
Yeah.
It's a good game.
No. I'm not ashamed of it. I'm just saying, that... I'm playing a game from, I don't know. When was that actually released?
A year and a half ago? No. More than that,
2 years ago? I don't know. Whatever.
It was quite a while ago.
Point is, playing an older game because I'm not interested in doing anything else right now, and all the games I actually want to play are on next-gen systems.
The thing is, after a masterpiece, normally after a masterpiece, and we'll call Grand Theft Auto a masterpiece, normally after a giant, important game, the last thing that I want to do is play another giant, important game. I'm done for a little while. I'm spent. So I will, do nothing in the same game and run around. It's I'm almost, hungover from playing these masterpieces, and it happened with The Last of Us. I played The Last of Us and it ruined me. I didn't know what to do after I played The Last of Us, and I think that's the 4th time we've mentioned The Last of Us in the last 3 podcasts.
Yeah.
So we'll just skip right over that.
I was all about Watch Dogs when I thought it was doing something real different, you know?
It's
I thought
not,
it was going to
though.
be like, you know, super strategic hacking, crazy technology, stuff like that.
I mean, it might be. We really haven't seen much.
No,
on
no,
this
no,
now.
no. But again, someone on the internet, I forget, I need to start writing this stuff down. But someone was like, I was very excited for The Last of Us until I saw, I think the main character's name is Aiden.
No, you were very excited for Watch Dogs, not The Last of Us.
Whatever. You know what I meant. Watch Dogs. I was very excited for Watch Dogs until I saw, I guess his name is Aiden.
Aiden Pierce.
Oh, I'm glad you're here. Pull a gun out, you know, because that's almost less interesting. Like if he'd been like knocking people out and like tasing people, if he was like a non-violent hacking guy who like ruined your life just through hacking, I would have actually thought that was a more interesting concept than some dude just running around with a gun killing people.
Boring. That's boring, dude.
I disagree, but like the point is, when it looked like a lot different from Grand Theft Auto, I was more excited about it.
I agree.
But now, like, what we've seen is someone going around, like, hijacking cars, pulling out guns, shooting criminals, like, all these things that we've
been doing for the
for
last 70
almost
fucking
month.
hours of
Yeah,
my life.
Yeah.
Beat Grand Theft Auto, by the way. It only took me 62 hours. But I'm like 88% through the game.
There you go.
My phone just rang on recording, and I apologize.
But yeah, I mean, that's basically how I feel about all this Watch Dogs stuff. It's disappointing, but honestly, it's probably for the best. Now, while we're on the topic of Grand Theft Auto Online, there was this discussion where they're trying to like make up all the problems they had with I believe it was a 500,000 in-game dollar. I want to point that out before I just say dollar. I don't know, like bump for players who have logged in within October, I think it was.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I mean, we haven't recorded in a couple days. For those of you who haven't heard about it, the Grand Theft Auto Online launch was a bit of a shit show.
Big shit show.
To put it nicely.
By the way, we defended Rockstar for a whole podcast.
Yeah.
And then Jack lost a bunch of characters. So they did have it basically up and running in 24 hours if you were cool with playing with the chance that you might lose your character.
But the thing is, I lost a lot of characters. So when we recorded our last podcast, it was about, I think it was like 48 to 72 hours after the release, and I had at that point already lost a lot of characters.
Yeah, but it kept happening, which was the shitty part.
Which I was essentially okay with. It was a problem. I didn't like it, but you know, the launch, it still like ended up okay. You know, everything we said was.
But no, there are some
still
people that
true.
lost their characters at level 30.
Yeah,
and all they're getting is $500,000.
Yeah, well, I mean that's a lot of in-game money. To be honest, like
I think it's too much.
I saw, I was playing with these two guys, two friends of mine, and one of them bought this $200,000 apartment in the game, and it was beautiful. Like, it was awesome. I mean, if you care about the appearance of your online apartment, you're going to be happy with what you can get for that money, you know? But at the end of the day, all you need is a shitty little place. You're not going to be spending that much time in it, you know?
Yeah.
So I don't really care about that money that much.
I don't like it. I don't like the fact that they gave that much money away. I think it kind of fucked up with the online community. Like, what about the people that like spent money to buy money, like spent real money to buy in-game money?
Well,
they've kept
that shut down for a while. I don't know. I haven't even tried, but is that up? Is that?
I don't know. I didn't know they shut it down at all. Actually,
it wasn't. You couldn't do it right from the start.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So hopefully hopefully they didn't put that in there before people started spending money. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now, like the cynical
bastard.
Yeah, the cynical asshole in me is
all the time
starting to. Oh, yeah, there all the time. But right now it's coming out because I'm thinking, you know, like maybe they want people to get used to having this money, and then they spend it, and then they have more incentive to purchase money in
I don't
the
think
game.
that's how it's gonna work.
I mean, like, dude, honestly, like, you spend $500,000 real quick, maybe you buy a nice helicopter or a nice apartment, and all of a sudden you want more. You know, the more you spend, the more you want in this game, because you start getting really cool stuff.
I mean, yeah,
like, I think part of the incentive is that you're gonna be, like, to buy stuff, is that you've had all this money.
No, if they, like, loaned it to you, that would be dirty.
Oh, well, I mean, that's... Well, no, people would be furious about that.
That'd be funny. I wouldn't be mad.
No one would even, like,
I'd be
use
impressed,
it.
Honestly.
As in dirty marketing.
There are, like, problems with Grand Theft Auto Online still, but like I guess they're minute. Like there's a guy I'm playing right now in a deathmatch who's fucking pretty much invisible, just running around. Also, they punish you when you're doing well. I'm doing great. I have a kill streak, and they like tint my fucking screen this weird ass color. Like that doesn't help me. It actually impairs my vision.
They encourage other people to go after you.
That's fine because I could take it and give it, but I don't like this whole like it fucking looks like I'm on ecstasy when I'm fucking. I don't even know what that's like, but I'd imagine it looks like when I'm on ecstasy.
I don't think either one of us has any grounds.
We're way off topic.
This claim.
We're way off topic. Oh, this
don't even pretend.
But maybe some marijuana.
No, but
the world's flashing different colors. I don't know about this.
Yeah, that seems like a stroke. But yeah. So I mean, I don't know. I guess it's okay. I mean, I'm not like upset about it, but I could have done without the $500,000. It doesn't really do anything for me, but
yeah, this is the thing. Like most people are just like, they don't really care, you know. And there is, despite everyone's assertions, there's a small segment of the population that bought this game for the online, and $500,000 is not gonna make it up to them.
Yeah, I guess you're right. I shouldn't even have taken damage there. This is fucking so weird. Get your shit together, Rockstar. I gave you $1 billion. Me personally? Yeah, I'm not even mad at that.
You knew exactly where I was gonna go with that.
But so did you hear the story about the PlayStation 4 overheating in Spain? And it's apparently not the first story.
I'm not that worried about this because from what so that does concern me. But these are display models in like glass boxes and stuff like that, and they have them running for like 10 hours at a time at all-day conventions in Spain, which I imagine.
I was gonna say, so this is in Spain. Do you think this is why PlayStation just didn't show up to New York Comic Con? If this had happened at New York Comic Con, this would have been disastrous.
That's a very real possibility. But honestly, they did have PlayStation 4s running at Comic Con.
No, they didn't.
I'm pretty sure they did.
No, they didn't. They had Max with DualShocks. They never showed you the box. I went to the Watch Dogs thing. Unless I'm like crazy.
Creed 4 multiplayer was running.
Yeah, unless I'm fucking crazy, I never got to see the box. Maybe somebody else did. Maybe IGN go behind.
I'm not even gonna pretend like I went over there. I was busy, panels, stuff.
Yeah, I was not busy.
But I was doe-eyed looking at all the like crazy stuff going on in Comic-Con, so I didn't get a chance to really look at a lot of the video game stuff. It's a shame, but
yeah. I also want to talk about like real quick. Like we talked about balancing before. Grand Theft Auto is balanced in one of the worst ways I've ever seen. Like one of the most poorly designed balancing to an online multiplayer ever. Because, like, this dude that I'm playing against is literally only beating me because he has a fucking assault rifle, and it's unbelievably strong. And he just murders everybody in 3 shots. And the only reason he has a fucking assault rifle is because he's level 47.
So he can just spawn with that in-game.
Yes. Bullshit. So stupid.
Yeah, I mean, like, you want to... When people play a lot, you don't want to... They're powering themselves up through practice. You don't want to give them the best weapons to... Yeah. To just murder everyone else instantly.
By the way, let's go back to the PlayStation thing.
Yes.
Chances that PlayStation launches with a mass defect.
I don't think it will.
You think 0?
I think. I mean, obviously, I can't say 0. That is because then like someone's gonna come back to me and be like, "You said there was a 0% chance," and I'm gonna be like,
"This is gonna work, Jack. You promised.
You promised me." No, like okay, I'm gonna say, in all likelihood, there's probably. Out of 100 universes in which PlayStation 4 launches...
No, just make it out of 100%, you weird bitch.
There are 5 of those where they fail.
5%?
I'm going to go 5%.
I'm going to say 5%.
I wanted to make it as...
There's no way that... As possible. I don't think it happens. But, there are people online who are like, fuck you. This is why you need to buy an Xbox. This is it. See, PlayStation sucks dick. You pay all...
Did they forget that 8 years ago there was a 54% failure rate?
Dude, it could have been 55, so...
Whatever.
No, seriously, I was reading it because I loved... one of my favorite things to read
This is why you need to own an Xbox. What the fuck does that mean? Xbox screwed you guys last generation and you're still hard for them in this one.
And like, not even like hard, like you got rage. You're so hard
you're like
you need to consult a physician.
Girlfriend. Like, what are you doing? Like, it's just someone who's not willing. Like, oh my god. Like, I just don't, dude. I don't even know. Like, how are you supposed to?
So,
like, you've been burned. You got burned
multiple times.
A lot, yeah. Like, and
I mean, it's not like like your network got hacked, but like, at least you had consoles to get on your hacked network.
Dude, I'm just saying.
Like, this is coming from a kid I've bought like 8 Xboxes.
Both console people had issues, but I just don't think. I think that's just insanely hypocritical.
I bought 8
but
Xboxes.
Back
I
to
had
this...
8 red ring failures, 8 of them, and I bought 8 Xboxes. Actually, I got 5 of them replaced by Microsoft. And I switched. I would buy used consoles at GameStop and then switch out the consoles before they check serial numbers for the others. But yeah,
that sounded shady. I didn't understand it, but that sounded shady.
It is shady.
Okay,
but super shady. But and I loved Xbox, but they fucked us.
Yeah. So let's not all pretend that this is. Xbox people, this would be unheard of on an Xbox, because we all know it's not true. Now, what I wanted to get to with this whole defect is that from what I heard after the fact, is that it was a minor overheating problem, in that as soon as they opened up the case and let it air out, the system went back to working as normal. So it wasn't a catastrophic failure.
Right.
Which is good news, because that means that the system has an early detection system for overheats and can shut itself off, take a break. I don't care if that screws you on online or screws you in single player, because honestly, I'd rather have those things messed with than have a defunct, a messed up, useless piece of garbage box, you know?
Yeah, and people are you sound stupid when you take. So this is something that I actually got made fun of this weekend by a lot of people. When people were like, man, so I went to the Podcast Beyond after party. Perfectly fine. I love everybody I met there. You guys are all awesome. But there are a lot of PlayStation fans there. And I'm a fucking giant PlayStation fan.
We went to IGN panels, and there were a bunch of
I got it the worst at the panel that you weren't there for.
Oh yeah?
When I went to the IGN panel by myself, that's where I got it the worst. That's where the Master Race came out of the back. The PC guys came out of the back, dude. PC Master Race. So, I just want to say that you sound like an idiot if you tell me that I'm dumb for buying an Xbox, because the Xbox is going to have great games that the PlayStation won't. And it's not like there's going to be a lot of them, because PlayStation's got it pretty much locked on exclusives. But
there are a few.
For the one game, I want to play Dead Rising.
Bro, I mean, ever since Watch Dogs got pushed back, I've been thinking about what am I going to play on my PlayStation.
Yeah.
And there are a lot of really awesome prospects on the horizon, but I think right off the bat, Xbox players got it better.
Oh yeah, absolutely. We have 2 good games.
Yeah.
Rise looks awesome.
Rise looks very cool. I'm not willing to say awesome.
I've seen more Rise than you have.
Dead Rising 3 looks. I'm going to say that looks awesome.
Yeah, that looks real good. That looks really good.
And one of my personally most anticipated games isn't even coming to the system that I'm buying.
What?
Sunset Overdrive.
Oh yeah.
If you haven't seen the preview for
have you seen gameplay for that?
No, I haven't, and I almost don't want to, because it might force me to purchase an Xbox. So anyone who's shitting on anyone else for really purchasing any system,
PC, you have no ground to stand on.
Yeah, whatever. At least I have a system that's going to play games that I can know whenever a game comes out, it will be playable on my system. I don't have to buy new equipment, buy 8 different graphics cards.
Listen, and this is coming from something you play PC games all the time. You're playing Civ right now on your PC.
Yeah.
So I am a gamer. I don't even like that word, but I play video games because I think they are the best form of media.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
Nothing's better. You could be like, man, you could get Avengers 2 before anybody else 5 years early, or you can get this Xbox 360 game 1 day early. I'm going to be like, I want that Xbox 360 game 1 day early, please.
Yeah.
I don't care about movies. I love movies, but nothing.
It's a 2-hour experience that's going to be freaking awesome. But then I'm done. Yeah. That's it. That's all I want from it. And you know what?
And video games, I've played the same game. I played Gears of War for thousands of hours. Well over 1,000 hours.
Oh, you fucking Xbot.
You shut the fuck up, bitch. PlayStation bitch. I don't have one because you play video games, and I love that. Yeah, I love that people play video games. People will be like, I only own a DS, and I'd be like, you're awesome. You're kind of dumb.
At least you're playing video games.
At least you're playing. I would rather you be playing video games than not playing video games.
Yeah, no doubt. So like I don't understand the hate that like
Man,
why
I got hate too, like bad hate.
dude. I just don't get it. I don't like people. I was there for one instance and like
Someone called me stupid.
yeah, someone called you stupid, and I was just like, well, I mean, like there are reasons to own it, and before and like I'll defend someone's right to get an Xbox One to the death because I am almost getting one. I am like, if I had an extra $500 in November, I'd be spending it.
Yeah.
Like
and I have an
would
extra
be spending it.
and I have an extra $500 in November.
And like, you know what? We were at the Podcast Beyond panel, and that was like an awesome time. But when people were like trying to give reasons to own a PlayStation 4,
Ooh.
I was like, you guys
Coming up dry.
I was thinking there are better selling points. I'm not going to criticize anyone, but there are better selling points than what was brought up. And but the fact is, like, you know, I don't care about owning it first.
Yeah,
You know, I would wait an extra month for the PlayStation 4. I decided that when they announced the new consoles.
Yeah.
You know, I had decided I was willing to wait an extra month, if that was necessary. You know.
Yeah, which obviously it isn't.
It's not. It's great. It's not. I'm glad I get it a week before people who are committed to buying an Xbox because you know what, fuck them.
Jack already plays by his own rules.
All right, hardcore.
Yeah. But you know what it comes down to is like I'm there for the games and I'm there for I really liked what Sony's messaging said, even if it was all marketing talk. They at least have to back up some of it, right?
Yeah, I know. And right? That's the thing.
I liked what they had to say about video games, and I liked the fact that they've been supporting indies for so long. And some of my greatest gaming experiences have been on a PlayStation playing indie games.
Now, don't get me wrong. If someone comes up to me and is like, I'm buying a Wii U instead of a PlayStation 4, I'm going to tell you you're dumb. Because I think you're dumb. If you were like, I own an Xbox One and a Wii U, I'm like, good, that's great. You're going to get to play Smash. I'm not. Like, yeah. If you have one choice for gaming and you only go with a Wii U, I will end up making fun of you. I'm sorry. Because, like, that's a weird choice. Unless you're like, man, I love Mario. That's the only thing I ever do. Like, so, like, you will catch me, like, hating on consoles. Like, I'm
it's
not...
And we just
yelled
at PC gamers, so, like...
I'm not even mad. I'm mad at PC gamers for an entirely different reason. I'm not mad at people who are like, I bought a Nintendo day one and it's the only console I have. I'm mad at Nintendo for fucking you.
Yeah.
You wanted to play video games, and you love Nintendo's video games, and you're loyal to Nintendo, a company that you've probably grown up with, and Nintendo has done nothing but bend over backwards to fuck you. And I'm sorry. I'm really sorry that happened to you, and you can't let go. And, like, you're going to keep buying the Wii, and that's good. That's good for you. You'll get to play 3 games a year. Like, 3 really good quality games a year, probably. But, like, there's so much more. I know so many people that are, like, they'll never move on from Nintendo because they grew up with Nintendo.
Like, I get that, and, like,
bad.
You want to own a DS.
Get your shit together, Nintendo.
You want to own a DS, that's awesome. You want to own a Wii U, that's awesome. Like, you're a game... I'm reluctant to say gamer, but you play games, and that's what you do. And, like, if you can call yourself a gamer, if you're someone who's committed to the advancement of this medium, then you're a gamer. But, like, when it comes down to it, you are probably, and it's really unfortunate, but just like Sean was saying, you're probably not getting the best experience with video games owning that console. You know, and that's really what it comes down to, and it's the nice way of putting it.
Like, I give shit Corinne, because Corinne's like, oh man, I can't wait to go buy my Wii U. She traded in her PlayStation 3 for a Wii U. And, like, I think that's not this. I wouldn't do that. But Corinne's one of the smartest people I know, and she really fucking loves Zelda.
Yeah.
Like, more than anybody I've ever met.
Oh my god, I know.
And that's, you know what? I get it. And, like, Nintendo, get your shit together.
Yeah, I mean, like we like
you
to...
have such a hardcore fan base. Please those motherfuckers.
Yeah, I mean, like, we like to joke around. We like to, make fun of stuff. But what it comes down to is that we are both very reasonable, logical people.
Yeah.
If you can give me a reason to own your system, I will probably do it. I mean, like, we talked about it.
We're gonna buy Wii U's when Smash comes out.
Yeah, probably.
Give me a reason.
Give me a reason to own your system, and I will do it. Like, you and I are both two of the most voracious, technology buyers I've ever seen.
It's
like,
bad.
We both have a serious problem.
I almost bought the Android watch, and I don't even have an Android phone.
So, I mean, like, what it comes down to is, like, you put something I want in front of me, you don't have to sell it to me.
I was like...
I will sell it to myself.
I just want to point out the fact that this is coming from somebody who... I was like... Jack, how you doing on money? And you're like, I'm pretty good, I guess. And I left and came back 4 hours later. I'm like, how you doing on money? You're like, I bought a tablet online.
Oh yeah, that did happen.
I was like, dude, what the fuck? He was like, I don't know. I just decided I really needed a tablet right now.
And it was shiny, and I bought it.
Like, I will buy technology, but there has to be some sort of a reason to buy technology.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you don't have to sell it to me. I'll sell it to myself, because you're not gonna give me any reason that I haven't already thought of.
Yeah.
So it has to be worthwhile to me. And unfortunately, until Super Smash Bros. Comes out, there is no reason for me personally to want to
That's the pushing one for me too. When Smash comes out, I'll buy a Wii.
Yeah, and like that's that's probably the case for a lot of people, and that game is going to push sales.
Oh yeah.
But then I'm going to get tired of Smash eventually. No, it'll happen.
Shut up.
It'll happen. And that Wii U will get put in a corner.
Like the Wii U that we have sitting on our desk, not even hooked up.
Oh, like the Wii.
Or the Wii, I'm sorry. The Wii that we have.
The original Wii.
That is like $200 and neither of us even bought.
Yeah.
We just got it from a friend for Smash.
I kind of just like annexed it.
Yeah,
like,
I don't even use it.
It was sitting in my house long enough that I was like, this is mine now.
Yeah. Now it's been sitting in my house for a year.
Yeah.
Essentially.
But I still walk up and I touch it, so it's still mine.
Yeah. And you play Ogre Battle.
Oh my god, Ogre Battle.
We're not going to start about that.
Let's talk about Ogre Battle.
No, shut the fuck up.
Please, can we talk about it?
Shut the fuck up.
Alright, fine.
Just a quick tip, a quick funny thing too, speaking of Ogre Battle. Any game where you can name your character whatever you want is awesome. Amazing. Because you can name...
I named my army something
Fuck me in the ass, you named your army, and they were like...
Oh, and every time someone talks about my army, now they have to say...
It's like, oh, the general's like, oh, fuck me in the ass. I didn't even think about it. It's really... Those are some of my favorite... Like, I almost want people to just not talk and do that. But then you get performances
I would almost, rather there be no performance in video games if I can just do that over and over again.
Yeah, but then you get performances like Troy Baker and The Last of Us. Shout out to The Last of Us.
Or his, Joker monologue that we all heard from Comic-Con.
Or Trevor, Franklin, and Michael's performances were really amazing. Ellie's
we should talk about that on our next podcast, actually.
Yeah, we're
putting that on the list.
Yeah, I want to talk about performances and how they make games different.
Yeah.
Because there's such a huge difference there between, a well-acted game, from a Troy Baker or from a... What's his name? Steven O.G.G. is, I think, Trevor's
Stephen
name? Og. And he made really masterful performance. And it's performance. It's not doing a voiceover. They get very effective.
They don't get... it's not voice acting. They're not sitting in a booth. They're actually performing, yeah.
So, they get very upset. Very fucking upset.
Well,
but back to the whole allegiance thing. If you come up on a panel and you yell out, "Fuck the PlayStation, PC for life," is what somebody said when you weren't there. That was another podcast that I went to.
Oh.
Bro, everybody's kind of laughing at you a little bit. Yeah. And, I have a problem with PC gamers only because 99% of the time they think they're better than everybody else. Yeah. You don't even fucking really have that many exclusives. I have a dedicated gaming laptop.
I know, I sold it
People ask me why I have this laptop. They're like, oh, why don't you just own a Mac? It can do all the same thing. Well, because I can play games on this that I couldn't play on a Mac. Yeah, that's not true, but... Terraria. You could do that on a Mac. I would have to do a whole lot of extra work on a Mac. But you could do it, bitch. Sean is a certified Mac fanboy. He has the card. It's a membership thing. He had to apply. No, you're an idiot. I technically worked for Best Buy, but I was the Apple representative for Best Buy, so... Are you trying to prove against what I'm saying? No, I'm just saying it's not something you can just apply for, bitch. You have to be chosen. Oh, it's an honor.
It's one of those things.
Yeah, this isn't the LA Fitness, dude. You can't just walk up and join. I have an Apple hoodie, not that level of dedication. Oh my god. I don't even remember. No, okay, but yeah, I own this because, I want to be able to, upgrade pieces if I have to in the future. I like playing games on a computer like this, and so I am a half in, half out PC gamer. No, you're a gamer that plays games on his PC. Yeah, a PC gamer is a douchebag who yells on the message boards about how my game looks a little bit better than your game. That's what when someone's like, No, I only play PC games. I automatically think like you might be a douche.
Well, the thing is, like, anyone who's like, I only play this kind of game has
You're
obviously
isolating
built
people.
up prejudices, whatever, I don't know, against other, you know.
And like this argument goes against what we were just saying about how I love everybody, and I do love everybody. And if you play great games, that's great. I want to talk to them about you. Just don't tell me I'm dumb for playing great games on a console that might be a little bit different than yours. Like, you upset me. People upset me when they say shit like that to me. Because like I love video games more than almost anybody knows. Like in school, that's what I was known for. Like they were like, man, Sean's good at wrestling and he fucking loves video games. And you know, maybe they left out the wrestling part, but everybody knew that I was good at video games. Like that was my thing. And I'm not just good at them, I love them. When I see a great game, like I watched you play like 20 minutes of Gone Home. I'm probably not going to get around to playing Gone Home. I know it's 2 hours.
Damn shame.
I know. I might play it at work one of these days.
Whatever. Great game.
I might play it at work one of these days.
Speaking of which, I just recently played that game. Honestly, one of the best experiences I've ever had playing a game.
Yeah, you haven't played The Last of Us though, so your point is
jaded.
You don't have a scale.
Jaded.
You don't have a scale for true greatness.
Yeah, you have not yet experienced Troy Baker whispering sweet nothings into your ear. That's actually just the voicemail that I have. Anyway,
and on a very awkward meet and greet when you found out what you actually look like.
Yeah. I actually saw Troy Baker this weekend. Did I tell you that?
No, I know he was at the...
Yeah, I was like, hi, Troy. He was like walking...
He's like, hey, are you that guy? Keep going.
He was in a roped off part, and they wouldn't let me in, but I just sat there and waved for 5 minutes.
Hoping he would turn.
He turned. He acknowledged me.
That's good.
But,
oh, you were so happy, weren't you?
I was fucking thrilled. I got to talk to the Joker this weekend, and you didn't, bitch.
We did, so when we were at Beyond 300, I got to shake his hand, took a picture with him, he signed the back of my veto, which I eventually rubbed off, but took a picture of it first.
Yeah, he's a cool guy. But, like, so, like, I'll get around to playing Gone Home, but, like, I watched you play it for a solid 20 minutes. I would watch you play through the whole game. Yeah. You watched me play through whole games.
Yeah.
Like, if I know, I'm like, man, I'm never going to get around to that, I should probably do what I have to do on my console and watch you play it.
Yeah.
Like, that's the way it is. Like, I love video games, so don't you dare have the audacity to tell me that I'm dumb, or that, like, oh, I wasted years of my life playing on Xbox. Bitch, I still played the same games as everybody else. I didn't miss a single exclusive on PlayStation, not a good one. Like, I always went out of my way, even though I was strictly an Xbox, I was pretty much only an Xbox guy, because I enjoyed playing with my friends who were only on Xbox. And it wasn't because, like, Xbox is better built, and it's fucking... I mean, all of it would be lies anyway. The PlayStation technically is a better built system. But...
I was going to say that, actually.
Yeah, like, I mean, the only thing I ever had was, like, at least we didn't get hacked.
Yeah.
That was, like, my slogan.
Yeah.
But, like, so...
At least 50% of our consoles didn't burn out.
Yeah, no, like, I defended it through that. I defended Xbox through that.
What was your go-to defense?
Can't possibly happen again.
8 tries later.
It was hard to convince myself to get up and fucking...
You're just office spacing Xboxes left and right.
IGN. But yeah,
Could be anyone.
It could be. But, so, like, just, like, don't look down on me. I don't need that. I fucking play every game, and I play probably more hours than most people, and I pay more attention to, like, little things than most people in video games. I love this art.
Yeah.
And, like, I just want to vent for a little bit, because, like, you sound dumb. If you say that to me. If you really love video games, you sound dumb. And I think you're dumb. I think there are exceptions to that. Like, one of the guys came up to our table at David & Buster's.
Yeah.
And he was super cool.
Yeah.
And he, like, joked that, like, I was wasting my time. But he was clearly joking, and he's a cool guy, and I like him.
And obviously he's at a Beyond...
Yeah, he's at a Beyond panel.
Greed, so
like,
he's going to be a PlayStation.
The dude who comes up to me and is like, oh, what's your trophy score? And I'm like, I'm like a level 9. And they're like, that's it? And I'm like, that's pretty respectable. When am I?
I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah. So, like...
It shouldn't even matter. Because it's like, it's like not a test of, like...
And I'm like, I got a 90 or 80,000 gamer score. And he was like, oh, that's a waste. No, it fucking isn't. I didn't delete 5 years of... Or 7 years of my life playing a console. I played all these great games.
I was almost happy when there was some thought about, like, whether or not the trophies and
I would
achievements
love if they wiped, but, like, Colin Moriarty would kill himself, and I would miss him. So...
But, like, the thing is, like... like if you want to compare console penis sizes, like I'm down to do that. I have a decent score, but like it's not what I'm there for. I'm there to just like play games and experience them. You know?
I love trophies, but like, yeah, I mean, if they took trophies out tomorrow, I'd be like, that sucks. But
yeah,
man, I really want to play The Last of Us 2. Shout out to The Last of Us. But
again,
if you can't
we
tell,
need to slip one more in.
yeah,
there.
if you can't tell, obviously go play that game. But so that's just what I really want to hit on that today. If you say stuff like that, like, come on, man, like really, if you really mean that, look at yourself. Look what's going on here. We love the same medium. That's like, it's not like the argument.
Yeah,
for Mac
that's the
versus
thing.
PC.
Like
That's a real argument.
it should be one unified group.
Yeah, we should just be like, oh, that dude likes playing video games. I don't give a fuck what he plays them on. And like I said, if you play just Wii U games, like,
if you play just
I'm
iPhone
sorry.
games,
I'm sorry that that your company fucks you. And like my friend Scott bought a Wii U at launch. He will not buy a PlayStation or an Xbox because he says he feels so burned by consoles that he doesn't want to play video games anymore.
wow,
He was like, I bought a Wii U day one. It fucked me. I don't want to play video games anymore.
that is like really sad.
You fucked up, Nintendo.
That's like-
you fucked
that like
up.
actually that's a sad story.
That's devastating. That an actual
You
console fan bought the console and decided not to play anymore because
You didn't
of
fucking
that.
have anything to play it on. I was like, what are you playing on your Wii U? He was like, Nintendo Land. I was like, 10 months later, what are you playing on your Wii U? Netflix?
Movies, TV shows.
Yeah. Anything? Because it's not a fucking real console. He's played like Zombie U for like 3 days. It was like, it's the same shit.
The thing is, like, when someone says next gen consoles, I don't even think about Nintendo anymore.
No,
That's
you're
really
not in
sad.
it.
And I think we share the same opinion as a lot of people in that like I think it's time they start licensing out their stuff. Maybe.
See, the thing is, like, Nintendo has so much fucking money that they could last like 3 or 4 system failures.
Yeah, but I mean, like
straight up failures.
do we all need to watch that happen?
I don't know, man.
I'd rather I didn't see that.
They should just go to handheld market. Like, if they want to make hey, if you're listening to this Nintendo, I give you permission to do this as long as you give me a 30% cut. You want to make $1 trillion tomorrow? Release Pokemon X and Y on the iPhone. Boom. You know how much money I would buy it
Yeah,
twice.
no,
I would buy both,
Yeah.
and I would play it all day at work.
Yeah, I would buy it at $40.
Yeah.
Like,
so would everybody
you don't have
else.
to like drop it down or anything. Like,
I
I would
don't
buy
have
it
to-
at $40.
You mean I don't have to play it on my DS? You mean I can play it anywhere? And I have internet capability, and I can play with the friends that are on my phone.
Put it on Vita. Put it on iPhone.
Just put it on iPad.
Put it on
That shit will sell. That shit will go platinum tomorrow.
to every single person who owns an iPad will own Pokemon.
Yeah.
But yeah, put it on iPhone, put it on iPad, put it on Android, do whatever you gotta do. Get that game out there. You will have more money than you know what to do with.
Yeah.
You can make a million Wii U's and send them all to the moon. No one's gonna care.
Yeah, that's where they're
Because no one's gonna miss them.
Yeah.
But the point is, like, it'll make so much money. And like, the thing is, they're a business. So, like, is it pride?
It's got to be pride.
Yeah.
It's got to be pride. And like, yeah, you were revolutionary, and you know what? The funny thing is that we're talking about like Nintendo, like they've been in trouble for a long time. They were the most successful console.
Yeah,
last
no.
generation.
So I'm not even like. I just think it's like sad what happened, and like, you know what? They'll probably come back next, whatever they call their next generation, and it'll be great. But like they like really screwed people with the Wii and like Wii U and just the Wii U, not the Wii. They did fine with the Wii.
But the Wii U is really. I mean, I think they sold more. I think Sony sold more Vitas in the last 6 months than the Wii U.
I wouldn't be surprised. Which is again,
nauseating.
horrifying, yeah. Because like one is a major console, one is a handheld, basically almost an accessory at this point to another.
Wait, I mean, they probably have a little bit of pretty much the same game selection, but like as far as number of games.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know, man. I feel like I said, I always feel like my friends like I watch my friends' conversations on Facebook where they're like, the Wii U is the only system to own. I'm like, what do you see in it? And they're like, oh, we can play any Nintendo game that we want.
I feel
so can I.
Like I feel like dirty saying that Nintendo is doing a bad job. I feel physically like uncomfortable saying that because like
we wouldn't be here
so
without
yeah
Nintendo.
no it feels so wrong to even think that, but at the same time like it hasn't been a good experience watching that and being a fan of gaming.
Yeah, like I said, it's frustrating. I feel bad for Nintendo fanboys.
I don't even know how we got there, but we are definitely running along.
Oh, we always run long.
Yeah. I don't know. Is there anything else you wanted to toss in there,
No.
Trozy?
No, I'm good.
Trozy.
Alright.
Peanut Gallery Trozy. That's your new nickname.
Are we calling
James Peanut Gallery Trozy.
James Peanut Gallery Petroza?
Yeah, no, just Trozy. His last name is officially Trozy.
Oh.
This is all.
Put that on your birth.
This could all get cut. We're not going to need to use any of this. Or leave it on. Who cares?
Yeah, you guys get to hear all the crap. Anyway, point is, we've been running long. I think we've almost over-talked a lot of these issues, so...
So to cap up, Last of Us the best game of the year.
Slide one more in there.
Yeah, Watch Dogs was delayed. It's probably a good thing.
Yeah,
no one's fucking played it. Grand Theft, it's not going to be better than Grand Theft Auto.
Speaking of Grand Theft Auto Online, whatever about that 500,000. And it could be a trick. Could be just them trying to be nice.
You freak.
Could be them trying to be nice. Could be a trick. I swear, nothing's better marketing to get people to buy money than giving them a lot of money.
You're just so.
Is that true? That's true.
No, it's not.
That's true. I'm telling you, it's true.
Who hurt you, Jack?
I don't like.
You have a jaded spirit.
I don't like microtransactions.
Who hurt you?
I don't.
It's okay,
like
buddy. Bring it in.
Yeah.
Can somebody hug me?
Dude, you have a jaded spirit.
I
man.
don't
what
like
happened to you.
microtransactions. We'll talk about this another time.
Who touched you?
Fuck those microtransactions.
Who touched you with a microtransaction?
I think everybody.
Whatever.
Trozy's the king of microtransactions, by the way. He made a $250 microtransaction.
Nah.
Anyway,
It was Trozy.
back to the point, by the way, real quick. I own a gaming PC too. I just don't use it. I own a
Back to the point
$1,700.
like 20 minutes ago.
Yeah, I own a $1,700 gaming rig, and I just never use it.
But yeah, follow us on Twitter at the Couch Co-op. Follow me at Jack of Couch Co-op. I write on our thecouchcoops.com and on Game War. And I'm also expanding my horizons, seeing where else I can put some of my.
You are just such a
stuff.
slut.
I'm a filthy whore.
I love it.
Awesome. Sean is our publicist, basically.
I do a bad job. You guys need to know that I work full-time 2 jobs, so it's very hard.
No excuses. He's basically our publicist. He does what he can. Among the other things, he obviously he contributes to this. Trozy is just a good friend of ours. I don't know his Twitter name, so I'm not going to plug him.
He doesn't have Twitter.
But Sean is at NJ Sean Fitz.
SEANPITTS.
Don't fuck it up.
Don't fuck it up. Don't send it to SHAWN.
That's some dude, probably not even from New Jersey. He's probably faking.
Yep, he doesn't need the fucking Twitter followers. No. I do.
Yeah.
I do also.
Go follow Franklin on Twitter. I cannot remember. I will find the.
How hard could it be to find?
I will find his Twitter for you guys another time, but go follow that dude. He's the man, really, Franklin. If you ever hear this,
and he lives an exciting life.
Yeah,
as far as I can tell.
He's the man.
Yeah,
but maybe we'll get him on a podcast one day. Ooh, how cool would that be,
dude? That would be never. That would never happen.
I want to say never. He's super cool, dude.
You got someone behind you there. So from the couch in Sean's room, I'm Jack.
I'm Sean.
I'm Trozy.
And this has been Couch Co-op.
Geronimo.